Pretty heavy fog this morning. Real heavy dew. Morning, ladies. Hey, someone else is gonna clean you guys this morning, all right? Yeah, I got stuff to do out here. Fair enough? You know it's a cool morning when those fans are just barely turning. These are on variable speed motors off a thermostat. It's in the middle of the barn there. Currently it's 48. These babies are just spinning. The video actually makes it look like they're turning faster than they are, but no, if they were wound up, you guys would really hear them humming, but they're just barely turning. I could probably go down and turn them off, honestly, but my luck, I'd forget to turn them back on. It's supposed to be up to 75 today, but yeah, we're in the lower to mid 40s now, so yeah, I'm just gonna leave them like that. Hey, good morning, guys. Welcome back to the channel. 5 o'clock Tuesday morning. I've got a pair of 9,500 gallon trucks on their way. Well, they'll be here at 7. They'll be here at 7. So came in, got that pump fired up so we can get it to stir for a couple hours before we get to moving. Gonna take the loader up. I've got to push that noon tanker of ours. I got to push it back so the trucks have room enough to spin around. I can explain that more a little bit later, but where the trucks turn around is kind of right where that thing is parked. So I feel bad. I probably just blasted them guys with these payloader lights, but yeah, so that noon spreader's sitting right in the way. I'm hoping this thing will just lift it up and push it back without it rolling and taking off or something like that. I'm playing the lazy card. I could go get a tractor. I think the only tractor available at the moment's the tractor with the blade on it. I could probably grab that and hook it up, but that's a real pain by yourself in the dark. I think this will work, but we're about to find out. The good news is I actually am here early enough for once to be ahead of everyone, so if this doesn't work, well, just go get the tractor and we'll fire it up from there. But I think this will work. I really do. Tell you what, on these foggy mornings when you're stirring manure, that smell just hangs in the air. It was actually rough. I've got a pretty strong stomach, but yeah, when I first started that up, boy, it just hung on there. I gotta get that 4840 and the bale grinder moved out of the way as well. All right, I'm gonna just see how much room I've got. I got quite a ways. There is a waterway back there where it's shaded, but I could take it back at least a whole spreader length. I don't think it would bother right now, but I don't want the trucks to have to screw around and worry about accidentally backing into this thing. That wouldn't be good for anything. So let's see how this goes here. Bear with me. Take her nice and easy. I probably better have two hands here. I gotta get a clip for you guys, but it fell off. Gosh darn it. Give me a minute. All right, so we got that back out of the way. You can see it was setting right up here. generally the trucks will back into this. Well, I say generally. I've only ever pulled out of this lagoon one time with a truck. I did pull out of here with a tractor and spreader once, in which I was able to just spin around on that dirt lot to turn around with the tractor. The one time I did it with the truck, you can see tractor and load stands right here. What I did was I drove down, I backed up into that area there, and I came back out under the pipe because the road is behind me here. So drive down, back in, head out. That worked pretty good. I don't know, I bet my truck probably would, because it's a shorter tank, if I could pull right in there and do a wide loop and come back out. I don't know. It's a little rough in there, but I might give it a shot, and I'll let the truck drivers know, hey, they can do whatever they'd like. It doesn't really matter to me, as long as they're moving manure. I don't really mind either way. Like I said, I gotta get that 4840 moved. And see, it's a little rough in here, but if they kind of came in like this and swung her, maybe I'll bring up the blade tractor and just try to level this off a little bit. This all was woods last winter before we built this lagoon and built this barn. I think the trucks might be able to pull right in and loop around like I just did, and then just kind of come straight back out like this, and right underneath the load stand here. And I think if there's a truck under the load stand, there might still be room for one to pass. If not, they'll have to wait up here, but I'm hoping we don't get backed up too bad, to be honest with you. But like I said, this is the first time we've done this. This is actually the first time I think ever we've ran 3 trucks. Rarely are we field spreading. I know since I've started this YouTube channel, that's pretty much what I've been doing. But that is rare, guys. Usually we're tending our noon spreader, and all the ground that we do is like within 2.5, 3 miles. So 2 trucks almost always is plenty. So this will be actually a first with 3 trucks. We're only going right across Route 63 here, so it's probably half a mile to the field. So my thought is, if we get backed up, we do have that piece up on Court Road that we shaved off. I could send 1 or 2 trucks up there and they could get rolling up there, just because that's more like 1.5 miles away. So if for some reason we're getting backed up, I'll try to spread the trucks out a little bit more and we'll start sending them up there. At least that's my tentative plan, I suppose. Looks like the sun's just starting to peak up over there. Man, I'm excited. I hope today's a good day. You guys haven't really got to know me enough. Moving manure gets me jacked up. Like, I love doing that. I used to run a drag line at the farm I used to work at. Just getting the gallons out, keeping all that stuff organized really makes me tick. So today sounds silly, it's an exciting day for me, because I just want to see what we can really make happen up there. So I'm gonna go start the truck. We'll check all the lights on that. I'd like to run up to the shop and get a folding table. I want to have a little station set up to charge my pump remote to make sure that stays down. Might grab a cooler of drinks, just because I think that'd be a nice thing to do for the guys. And I want to get my binder with the record sheets so we can keep record of how many loads we're moving and where we're putting it. So we'll go take care of that at the moment. All right, headlights, marker light. Tail lights. I had Chuck put these strobe lights on there. This field we're spreading on now, actually, when you're rolling into the field, it's kind of a blind corner. trucks come up on you so fast. I mean, the amount of times they'll smoke their brakes trying not to totally rear end you is absurd. People don't pay attention. So we had them thrown on. The blinkers are also tied into them, so when I'm turning, one will just stay lit up while the other one's strobing. That really, I mean, if that doesn't get your attention, you rear end me, well, you're at fault there. So that light works, but boy, she's a little dim. I want to think about getting a new bulb for that one. All right, truck's ready. Well, I'm a little bit ahead of schedule, so I might actually run up and try to get those dry cows cleaned up quick. At least half of it. Get a load of that sunrise out there, guys. I mean, that whole east horizon is just a beautiful pink orange color. Hopefully the whole pink sky in the morning sailors take warning thing doesn't apply to this. My weather channel says 72 degrees today, sunny skies. So let's hope that stays that way. That's really something. All right, guys, it's 6:30. I got the dry cow pen all cleaned out, and I am putting the first load on for the day here. This is just really thick, really consistent manure, so I'm happy with that. We'll keep stirring throughout the day. Got my fancy little table set up here with a little mini fridge, and I've got my record keeping book here. I can show you guys that quick. So it's just a pretty simple little record book here. Got the date, the field, who's gonna apply. So me, I got a truck coming from Logston's and a McDougal truck. We're pulling out of the new Lagoon, which won't be the new Lagoon for long, but currently that is the ID we've got for it. Truck. I'll have them fill in their load size, and then we just keep track of the loads as we go throughout the day here. Well, looks like the guys are rolling in. Big ol' hell yeah. Sharp looking pair of Pete's. Couple big trailers. Shoo-wee. I'm definitely gonna be the thorn running with two roses today. Wow. Just enough room for them to sneak past me here and spin around over there. All right, so what we're doing here is there's a driveway up there. I'm gonna have one truck pull in up there, and he can do this upper side. I'm gonna kind of work the middle of the field, and then you can't see it over this knob, but this field goes down quite a ways. We'll have a third truck down there. And, you know, as we get closer to the end, we might have to bunch up a little bit and go in the same spots. But for now, we'll keep each other spaced out because I've got a smaller tank than they do. And so we're going to be going different distances, and everyone has their own little way they like to spread. So we're going to kind of try to stay separate as much as we can. You can't see it through my dirty window. There's a ton of geese right here. That's how you know fall is coming in upstate New York, once the geese start rolling in. Fall is upon us. But yeah, we're out here painting her brown. We're right down to Granny Low, overlapping a little bit. And yeah, I'm pretty jacked up. I think we're gonna really hammer the loads out today. It should be about 25,000 gallons around. Depending on how it goes. So sharp looking rig there. Both those trucks are sharp. Yeah, we're hammering. It's 8 o'clock. We've already got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 loads out. So that's pretty awesome there. They're chopping down there on the flat. Someone's got an old boxcar Magnum there headed down the road. Yeah, they're diving into that big behemoth of a field there. They'll be there a few days, but I don't know, maybe they're just gonna get her opened up. Not sure what the plan is, but hammering away regardless. Well, that was terrible video quality. I'm gonna watch that window when I'm loading this next load, I swear. Well guys, it's taken us a couple hours to finally get into a bit of a rhythm here. Get the stuff spaced out. The one truck had an issue with a couple of his solenoids that run his knife valves. So we got into a rhythm, then we got out of a rhythm. Now I think we're kind of back into a rhythm now. We're still bunched up a little bit. We're not perfectly spaced out, but like I said, with my truck being smaller than theirs, I'm able to get loaded a minute faster and unload a minute faster. So that throws it off a little bit there. And then based on where in that field we're going, you know, it doesn't seem like much, but Arnie's going to the bottom of the field. So he's going an extra quarter to half a mile. And then you got traffic down there. It's another turn, you know, little things that make that little difference that kind of holds you up. But for the most part, even when I'm waiting less than a minute. So yeah, we're cranking right along. I don't know if you guys can see this or not, but according to our gauge, here, let me see if I can get you to see that. There's a PVC pipe over there along that wall. That's got markers. The top two are 6 inches, and then from there down, they're a foot apart. So according to that, we're about 2.5 feet down so far. You guys can see this corner is pretty well solid sand. I'm not even gonna try to agitate it. The manure is already so thick. I can feel it building up in my truck already, and it's only 10:30, so I don't want to tick off the custom guys, or myself for that matter, too bad, by just caking our trucks right full of sand right away. We'll pump out while we can get. I don't mind leaving sand in the pond as long as we're not hauling water, and we are definitely not hauling water, so I'm okay with that. But yeah, we should have this pond pretty well spanked today, I would think, as long as things keep going well. But we will see. It's always hard to tell because you never know how much sand is at the bottom. You know, is it a couple feet? Is it 4 feet? Who really knows? So yeah, we'll just play it by day. Keep rocking here. I wish I owned my own drone. I would try to get it up in the air when all, you know, 2 or 3 trucks are out there, but I don't have a drone yet. And the guys that sometimes throw it up in the air for me are obviously at work. So yeah, I'll have to get one of them. Maybe I'll put it on my Christmas list or something like that. Maybe Santa Claus will bring me one, but yeah, float's popping up. I better pay attention. The driveway that I'm pulling in and out of in the field is just enough of a steep incline where it's been splashing out. There used to be a set of doors on that cylinder there that would close. That hasn't been functional since I've been around. So yeah, it's splashing. It's making a little bit of a mess, but what are you gonna do? All right, guys. Well, it's a little after 2 o'clock here. We're really cranking. You can see everything that Arnie's done down here. I'm almost to him. Probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 more loads and I'll have this filled in. And Rick up at the other end of the field, he said 2 more loads. He'll be done up there and he can come down here and he'll probably start down there. That's just a little triangle down there. When he starts coming down here, I will probably start doing all the headlands all the way up and around that way, just because if I have to go through manure or something like that, these old spring ride trucks handle it pretty well, and I'm also not worried about getting my truck dirty. I don't want to make the custom guys go through that kind of stuff unless it's an absolute must. So I will start doing headlands. I can give you guys a lagoon update when we get back. We're down about 4.5 to 5 feet now. Seeing a lot of sand islands out there, so by the time this day's over, we should have that lagoon totally done, which is awesome. That was my goal, but again, who really knows? Just because I see islands, there might still be 30 loads in there. I don't really know, but yeah, we'll figure that out when we get there, I suppose. But this stuff is some ripe stuff. Very well agitated, very consistent. I'm very happy with it. And I'm very happy to have the help. I really appreciate these guys coming today. Looks like Rick is backing down up there. Both of these guys are doing a really good job on the headlands. And, you know, not overlapping, not leaving skips, just doing exactly what we wanted. So backing right down in. That's kind of the field, you know, angles there, which is always tricky with trucks, but yeah. Let's see how he does here. So his truck does not have a remote, but he's got a switch bank up in there that goes to solenoids on the back, air-powered solenoids to the valves. That's actually what was on this trailer previously before we put the remote on. So yeah, there he goes. It's a sharp looking ride, both those trucks. I know I've said that a bunch. I'm over here drooling over their trucks. Someday we'll update this old Eagle, someday. Then the Eagle can just be a really good backup. Or maybe we'll get a second trailer and not have to hire things in. Who knows, who knows? Well, here's what we're looking like. Obviously you got the big island here. Starting to get some of that kind of stuff like that. Building up out there along the edge. So I think this lagoon's gonna start to shrink really fast here. Which means we've got consistently 3 to 3.5 foot of sand on the whole thing. Over here, more like 4 to 5 foot of sand. I hate sand, but what are you gonna do? It's where we're at here. We're not gonna clean it out right now. We're just gonna get the liquid out. Probably late fall, we'll come over and pump all the liquid out again. Get an excavator in here, dig it all out. I might bring our old excavator up and try to see if I can reach any of this. If I get a chance, I'm making a total mess. If I get a chance in the next couple weeks, but yeah, see, boy, you guys probably can't see, but that's pretty well all sand over there. There's not a lot of liquid moving around. The way it's pushing like that and not just steady flowing, yeah, she's shrinking fast. Putting the bow on this field here. Probably only have 1 or 2 rounds left in that lagoon anyway, so that was a job well done, but all thanks to these guys. I'd still be at the top of the hill all by myself. Alright, well, we are all set here. Got it covered top to bottom. It's drying out so fast. I can't believe it. I mean, we're in Granny Low and it's drying right out. So I imagine we'd be able to disc this under tomorrow or the next day and get right to putting triticale into this stuff. Yeah, we really moved Manure today. I didn't get a final count. I want to say we were at 78 loads. I'll have to do the math because 2 of them were 9s and then mine was 75, but we got sand and stuff in us, so you know, call it, I don't know, just say 8,000 load. They're actually 9,500 gallon. So 8,000 load times 7, you know, 600,000 plus moved in a day, which is, for us, that's really, really good. And it was almost perfect on this field. You can see I'm just gonna finish up the headland here. He was just, his knife valve wasn't shutting, so he was tinkering with that. So I'm just waiting for him to get on out of here, and then I can finish this path up through to the driveway, and yeah, we will call it a day, a heck of a day. Things could not have gone smoother, or, you know, yeah, that's exactly what I hoped would happen. So again, thanks to these guys for, it's hard to get trucks in this time of year. They're all hauling corn, hauling manure, hauling haylage. You know, if you got an agricultural truck this time of year, it's hard to get them in, but luckily these guys, both 5 minutes from home, and were able to swing over and give me a hand so I can get to cover cropping. So yeah, that is awesome. All right, well, we officially have all the manure moved except for what we're gonna make each day. They've been picking away at this flat all day. From here, it's not gonna look like they did much of anything, but I think they did all the short rows along the back side there. And I mean, even just these cuts that they've made is a lot of feed. But I think they just went around and opened everything up, so they didn't have to screw around with that. Tomorrow they can just hammer the rest of that whole thing out, assuming that's where they're going to be. I'm assuming. I don't know. I haven't really talked to them, but looks like they had an okay day. I tallied up what we did. We ended up at 772,000 gallons according to the tally. Now obviously that's not exact science, because like I said, sand builds up and it's hard to really know how many gallons you're actually hauling, but I deducted some off of the total load gallons, and that's what we went with. So I'm thrilled with that. One less thing off of my plate I don't have to stress about. Hopefully I can get to working ground and putting cover crops in. Probably as soon as tomorrow. I don't know. We'll see what the plan is. But yeah, it looks like, see, this is all still the same field, and they shaved a lot off of this. I think this flat's like 110 acres, something like that. So I mean, it's a big one. Oh yeah, see, they took a lot off. They're over there working now. So yeah, it looks like they had a good day. This field over here is getting put into triticale. It'll end up just getting potash spread on it, just because I'm out of manure now. And we kind of, general rule of thumb, want all of our triticale and wheat in by September 15th. We found that it yields significantly better if it's put in before then. So that's why I want to get rolling at it here. And yeah, we'll go from there. Anyways, I won't ramble on. I've already rambled on enough for today. So I'm super happy with today. There's about 3 foot of sand in the bottom of that lagoon. That's to be expected when you bed sand and you're not running a boat. But I can tell you, we didn't haul a single load of thin manure all day. We, yeah, it was thick, slurry. It worked. Like I said, there wasn't one thing I would have changed about today. So super happy with that. I hope you guys enjoyed. Sorry I couldn't get more footage of the trucks actually running. That's the product of A, I was running a truck myself, and B, I don't have a drone. So, like I said, we're gonna get one of those. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. Hit that subscribe button, the like button, the little bell button to get the notifications of when I post the video. Yada, yada, yada. Same stuff all the YouTubers say. And hope you guys enjoyed. We'll see you guys in the next one.